March 2026 is finally here, and if your wallet isn't scared yet, it should be. This isn't just a busy month, it's a monumental shift for the industry. We are looking at massive AAA sequels, highly anticipated viral indies, and yes, the launch window for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm listing the top 15 absolute must-play games releasing this March. Let's start with the 3 games everyone's talking about. Now, this is arguably the biggest game of the entire year. Bungie returns to its roots with Marathon. This isn't a single-player epic, it is a high-stakes competitive sci-fi extraction shooter set on the lost colony world of Tau Ceti 4. As a runner, you'll drop into dynamic zones, fight other players and AI, and extract with alien artifacts. The aesthetic is stunning, and with Bungie behind the gunplay, expectations are astronomical. On March 19th, one of the most anticipated visual showcases of the generation finally arrives. It's Crimson Desert. Originally a prequel to Black Desert, this is now a massive standalone single-player action RPG epic. You play as Cliff, a mercenary leader navigating a brutal fantasy world. Pearl Abyss promises a narrative with Witcher-like depth, incredible combo-driven combat, and some of the most realistic graphics we've ever seen. Also on March 5th, the Nintendo releases one of its primary launch titles for the Switch 2. It's Pokémon Pokopia. In a massive twist, you don't play as a trainer anymore, you play as Ditto that has taken a human form. This is a dedicated life simulation game where you build a village and interact with Pokemon. Ditto's transformation ability is the core loop. You can transform into tools, buildings, or copy visitor abilities to optimize your pocket paradise. Now moving on to the rest of the calendar, kickstarting the month is the return of a beloved cult classic, Pilgrim EX, which releases on the March 3rd. This isn't just a simple remaster, it's an expanded definitive edition of the iconic beat-em-up. X brings new playable characters, brand new pixel art animations from the original team, and rebalanced combat that feels faster and punchier. On March 5th, the Ghibli-inspired vibes return in Planet of Lana 2: Children of the Leaf. This sequel doubles the scale of the original, following an older Lana and her loyal companion Mui across snowy peaks and underwater worlds. Expect much faster traversal with new wall jumps and deeper core puzzles as you fight to protect the soul of your home. It's a 6 to 8 hour cinematic masterpiece that is a must-play if you're a fan of beautiful, worldless storytelling. Prepare to be terrified on March 12th as Team Ninja gives us a complete ground-up remake of the horror masterpiece Fatal Frame 2. This isn't a standard HD port, it's built in a new engine specifically to showcase lighting and atmospheric capabilities on the Switch 2 and next-gen consoles. Explore the Lost Village with modernized mechanics and updated terrifying ghost designs. If you prefer your horror with a bit more firepower, also releasing on March 12th is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Developed using the insane Swarm engine, this is a 4-player co-op FPS that is pure 80s action. You control massive vehicles and fight against literal thousands of mutants. The goal is simple: find the source of the ooze and blow it up. March 12th continues to be stacked with the full release of Greedfall 2: The Dying World. This is a prequel to the hit original RPG, but this entry shifts the combat to a tactical real-time with pause system similar to the classic BioWare games. You play as a native of Tiafradi who's captured and taken to the old continent. It's an RPG of diplomacy, exploration, and dynamic storytelling, and fans are eager for the final chapter of its development. Capcom's highly successful RPG spin-off series gets a full new entry on March 13th with Monster Hunter Series 3: Twisted Reflection. This continues the franchise's dedication to turn-based combat and monster collecting, but introduces a new habitat restoration loop where players must cure environments damaged by mysterious crystal encroaching. Stories 3 promises a much deeper focus on the bonds between Rotha and the new protagonist. The main event of mid-March lands on the 13th with WWE 2K26. This year's 2K Showcase mode is dedicated to the career of CM Punk, featuring the fantasy warfare mechanics we saw last year. More importantly, WWE 2K26 is making its debut on Nintendo Switch 2 day and date with other consoles. They have promised a port without compromises, optimized for the new hardware, alongside new match types like the infamous dumpster match. We start week 3 on March 16 with Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. If you love retro boomer shooters and Helldivers 2, this is your next obsession. Developed by the studio behind Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, this game uses the same visual style but features massive scale. You fight alongside hundreds of AI troopers, blasting thousands of bugs with classic movie weapons. March 19th also brings one of the most unique looking games of the year, Mouse PI for Hire. This is a viral sensation first-person shooter entirely rendered in a 1930s rubber hose animation style. It's a satirical noir adventure where you play a private investigator Mouse fighting organized crime with periodic accurate weapons. The visual style is the hook, but the gameplay looks like tight, chaotic fun. Also releasing on March 19th is Dragonkin the Banished. This is a hack and slash ARPG where you hunt massive dragon lords in a world corrupted by their blood. You choose from 4 classes like the half-monster barbarian or the 5-wielding knight and build your character using the ancestral grid, a unique skill system that lets you mutate your abilities. It's dark, loot-heavy, and features 4-player co-op, making it a great pick for fans of the Diablo or Monster Hunter series looking for something new. On March 26th, we get a reboot of the 90s racing legend Screamer. This isn't just a simple arcade racer, it is a blend of arcade physics, intense speed, and surprisingly a JRPG-style story mode. You must navigate a professional racing league where rival drivers are fully developed anime characters with branching relationship storylines that can affect their behavior on the track. This looks uniquely Sega bizarre. Finally, get ready to feel some feelings. On March 26th, we get the emotional conclusion to the Max and Chloe saga with the release of Life is Strange Reunion. Following the events of Double Exposure, Max travels back to the Arcadia Bay to confront the choices that defined her past. This is a full non-episodic final chapter promising to unify the disparate endings of previous entries into one grand finale. It's a massive moment for fans. So there you have it, 15 games releasing in March 2026. This is a month that has something for everyone. My question for you is, which one are you playing first? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things gaming for 2026. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.